If it was down to sheer force of personality alone, Adam Thomas would have one foot in the Strictly Come Dancing final already. With the same glint in his eye that endeared him to millions of viewers on I'm a Celebrity, he roars with laughter when asked about his latest reality endeavor. "I have to admit, sometimes I feel like I have bitten off more than I can chew," he says. It's quite possibly the understatement of the year. The night before our interview he was filming on the set of the BBC soap Waterloo Road until 7 p.m. before dashing off to squeeze a few hours of dance training before bed at 1 a.m. Multiply that by up to 13 long weeks, and Adam might be in for a bit of a shock. But if the odds weren't stacked against the lovable Mancunian holding aloft the famous Glitterball trophy, they certainly are now. Since January, he has been left in agony which began with shooting pains in his knees, before traveling to his wrists, fingers, ankles and toes. After several blood tests and hospital trips, he was finally diagnosed with rheumatoid arthritis. A hammer blow at the age of just 35. There were some days he could barely walk, and others he couldn't get out of bed. Unsurprisingly, his mental health faltered. "I've not talked about this before but no one really knows the pain I've been going through," he says. "I put on a brave face but it's been difficult to keep that persona up. Emotionally and physically, it's had a huge impact on my life this year." The fact Adam was only in his mid-30s and a huge fitness fanatic made things more difficult. Then there was the confusion and worry before his diagnosis about what was wrong with him. "I was so fit and I was actually training for a CrossFit competition in January," he explains. "I just never saw this coming and I didn't know what was happening to me. I was like, can someone just give me an answer as to what is going on?" "The pain was such that I couldn't even walk downstairs and I could just stay in bed all day because it can be quite severe. I could have good days and bad days, but on the bad days, it was really, really bad." An autoimmune disease, rheumatoid arthritis, sees your immune system attacks the cells that line your joints by mistake. Although there's no cure, early treatments such as medicine and lifestyle changes can reduce the risk of joint damage. Adam said that the phone call from Strictly producers offering him a chance on the show came at exactly the right time. He explains, "I am slowly getting my arthritis under control, and it's a chance for me to get out there again and to get fit and move again, and I'm just very thankful for it. It's about trying to climb out of that hole and just trying to stay positive." Adam said while they may have to try and adapt some of his dances to alleviate some of the pain, he is pushing ahead regardless. And he is determined not to paint his predicament as a sob story. "I feel like everything happens for a reason, I really do, and I know that I'm going to be a lot stronger at the end of all this because of what I've been through," he says. "I am not alone, and I'm learning more and more about the condition, not least how it can affect everyone, including young children." You can't help but admire Adam's positivity ahead of what will undoubtedly be a grueling few months. It's a trait which propelled him to third place in The Jungle, in 2016, as well as making him a fan favorite during a decade-long stint on top soap Emmerdale. Despite being faced with the prospect of juggling his current Waterloo Road job with Strictly, Adam is nonetheless a whirlwind of enthusiasm for the task ahead. "I've just got to work around the schedules really, which is quite difficult to be honest," he says. But I've been dealt the cards that I have, and I need to deal with it. But to be honest, I am really up for it. I'm crying but also laughing as well. Despite his lack of dancing prowess, he says he is going to fully embrace the whole Strictly experience, including fake tan, glitter aplenty and skimpy costumes. Even if it means facing some of his insecurities head-on. I mean, honestly, I am so body conscious and I hate getting my top off. I hate wearing anything tight, he says. I'm just very insecure when it comes down to my body. The other day, we were asked to have a spray tan, and I couldn't think of anything worse than standing in my undies. But do you know what I said? I thought, right, I'm going to do it, and I walked into this room and stood there in my undies, with Les Dennis and Nigel Harman. I was like, this is what it's about. On the other side of fear is happiness. And I know by doing things like that, it's definitely going to help me with my insecurities for sure. He adds with a smile, it's all about taking little baby steps and doing things that you wouldn't normally do. And just hoping for the best and coming out on the other side. The soap star is married to wife Caroline, has 2 children, son Teddy who recently turned 9 years old, and their daughter Elsie who turned 5 in the summer. He is the twin brother of Scott Thomas, who appeared in Love Island in 2016, and the younger brother of Coronation Street actor Ryan Thomas. My brothers, like my wife, are my biggest supporters, he says. But between Scott and Ryan, we have done pretty much every reality show, so there is a little bit of a competition. When I did The Jungle, I obviously came 3rd, then Scott did Love Island and was 3rd as well. But Ryan did Big Brother and came 1st, so there's a lot of pressure on me now and I've got to deliver. I ask whether a high-octane dancing show was his best chance of getting one over his brothers. Yeah, they don't really know why I'm doing a dancing show because I can't dance, he laughs. One thing's for sure, he will certainly give it his best shot. At the end of the day, I'll be dancing in front of millions every Saturday night, and those experiences will be ones I will cherish forever, he says. You can't argue with that. The Strictly Come Dancing 2023 launch show will air at 6:35 p.m. tonight on BBC One and BBC iPlayer.